watched the NFL at all since Brady stuff, so I'm gonna skip that one. Brady, all this crap, and of course the stuff with Cap, so I ain't been watching it.
I mean,
Wait a minute, is it red or green? He said.
I think we live.
He said,
Yeah, we
I
live.
think the video's playing first.
Right now.
I think the video's playing first. Well, with that red light on, with that fresh intro, fresh out the oven, it's the Flex Zone. We hope you enjoyed it. We want to give a special shout out to our boy Uncle Raj.
Give it out.
What's his new position?
Head of social media.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Shout out to Uncle Raj for that fresh intro video. Right here on WBGR, the Flex Zone. The only place giving you sports how you want and when you need it. Red lights on. You see it. That means it's go time right here in the Plus Studios of WBGR. It's the Man Cave. We're here every Monday night, 10 p.m. You call and talk to us, 301-429-WBGR. We're live on that Facebook page at the Flex Zone. Shout out to everybody watching, tuning in. This is a show for the people. We can't do it without you. Twitter, Instagram, at the Flex Zone 1. As I show every week, I cannot do this show alone. Of course, I'm the host, Byron, but got to start with the bar. Man of 1,000 nicknames. Sending out his last few text messages. Dre, what's up?
Oh, boy.
I am the bar. He's right. This your boy Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only. Y'all follow me on IG, Black American Dream, Facebook, Andre Melton, and Twitter, Andre 1A Melton.
Well, you see the sign. It's goofy time. With faces today.
I see that.
What's up, C?
Another day, another week, Flex Zone, ready to go. Last week was really lit, so we're going to try to top that. Appreciate everybody for listening as always. Follow me at Crevante Hurd, that's CREVONTEHURDE, Facebook and Twitter, Crevante_Hurd on Instagram.
Oh, batting in the 3-hole. Blow your whistle. Your friendly neighborhood D.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead.
Oh,
How apropos today, by the way.
Well, another beatdown in the NBA Conference Finals with Cleveland holding serve at home. Series ain't going to start till Game 5, folks. Game 5 will tell us the story. So all you LeBron lovers, don't get too high. All you Celtics fans, don't get too low. It's going to be all right. But it ain't going to be all right for Houston. We'll talk about that later.
How can I keep up with you?
Game 7.
it's a wrap.
It ain't.
Game 7 for who?
For who?
You already know I'm a witness.
I thought you saw Game 7 for the Rockets. I was like, boy.
No,
That's over in 5, man.
Boy.
It is. The Twitter at Don Spawning That. Instagram, lowercase DMALUSD. And, of course, check us out on YouTube, The Flex Zone
Podcast. Boom.
Shout out to the YouTube. Good plug there. And we got another special guest. The guests just keep getting better and better here on the Flex Zone. We got the founder, creator, CEO, GM, what you want to call him. We got it. We got the one and only Sean Brunson of the Brunson League. You may have heard of it. They got the Drew League. They got the Rucker League. But up here in the local Baltimore, D.C. area, we got the Brunson League. You get local talent, but you get that NBA flavor fresh to you weekly. We appreciate you, Sean. Thanks for being on the Flex Zone.
Glad to be on.
Yeah, man.
You here? You big time? We on the big time show? What's up?
I ain't big time. I'm small time. Man. The players are big time. I'm a small fry. So, just to try to do what I can to keep getting the word out there for more and more players to show up and make it big time to the point that this is bigger than the Drew League. Like, people say the goal is to be like the Drew. Like, nah, we trying to top that.
How can they keep up with you, social media, see what you got going on?
The social media, the Instagram page, the Twitter page, both of that is at Brunson League.
Got you. We're going to get straight to it. We're going to start with our regular segments, but we're going to get more to you in segment 2.
Sure.
Talk about some NBA, talk about the Drew League, talk about some special celebrity guests I know you got in the works. Get the people coming out there. Just a little bit. Not all of it.
Yeah.
But this week in sports, very popular segment. Unfortunately, this past week, another tragedy in our country. We want to take a quick moment of silence to remember the victims of those who lost their lives in the shooting at Santa Fe High School. We'll take a quick moment. So with that being said, rest in peace to all those victims. J.J. Watt stepping up again in the spotlight. You saw what he did for the hurricane victims last year. Now he's willing to pay for the funerals of all the Santa Fe High School victims. Fellas, anybody feel free to jump in. J.J. Watt doing his gesture.
It's a tough time for all of what's going on in the world. I mean, This Is America came out, and it's just proven Childish Gambino, a.k.a. Donald Glover's point with his video. Like, all the goofiness that's going on. I believe this was we're in the 20s as far as school shootings are concerned. This is crazy. Like, this and it must stop. And big ups to JJ Watt for stepping up, and that's part of his community. He taking ownership of that, so that's really big on his part. But I mean, there's definitely a bigger problem here.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, what? I think the high school is only 10, 30 minutes, somewhere in that range of.
It's close.
Not too far from Houston.
It's close.
J.J. Watt again. I mean, stepping up. This is the epitome of what you want your athletes to do in your community. Step up and do things like this. I mean, it's an unfortunate circumstance.
Right.
When he's had to do this, the hurricane efforts that he did, raising that money, and then to do this for the victims. So shout out to J.J. Watt, man. That's the brother you want just to win in life because of how much he's giving back.
Yeah, man, it's another tragedy, man. We was talking about Las Vegas last week with the Vegas Knights retiring the 58 number, so nobody else a word. And it's a tough time, man. I mean, we had it here locally. Great Mills shooting up there a couple months ago. It's just sad, man. But like they were saying on Inside the NBA last night, just addressing the mental issues, man. People got a lot going on. If you got something going on, say something. If you see it, say something to somebody, man, so we can prevent these tragedies.
But a problem is a lot of people just push it aside because a lot of these victims that's been in these school shootings have been people who shown clear signs that something is wrong, but nobody's taking the I don't want to say initiative to help that person, because these guys are screaming for help, in various different ways, and it just keeps get put away by the wayside. Mental health is a very serious issue, especially in our community, and it definitely needs to be more awareness pointed towards this.
Yeah, I think it's a major issue, and not only is it a major issue, but they look at it as more for adults, and that's when they try to get you to help and think it's a big deal. They think when it's kids, it's like, oh, it's just no big deal, you'll get over it.
No, it's very
They had to start realizing that they have some serious things going on too. So if you start addressing it early, we can start actually helping them.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Starts early. A lot of the adults had problems when they were children.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and once they just get pushed on through life, and then it gets worse and worse. And by that time, they're grown. I haven't dealt with this problem in 20 years. Why deal with it now?
Right, it's a little bit too late now.
Well, looks like it's a little too late to our next topic, as Tom Brady, the GOAT, whatever you want to call him, misses OTAs for the first time. I don't know why this is news. I really don't care. They're in underwear, they're in shorts, they're not even tackling one another.
Let me
but this is on the rundown.
It's a big WC. It is a who cares. Who cares about this? Like you said, they're in underwear, shorts, whatever. It don't mean a hill of beans.
Wow.
Rashard Perryman did well in underwear last year. You see what it got him. So,
Well, I think it's only a big deal because of where it's at, and this isn't a New England type of. This is not the New England way. I should say that's why it's a big deal. And of all people, it's Tom Brady. This is the epitome of how New England should be. And when he doesn't show up to, whether it's voluntary, involuntary, voluntary, whatever, OTAs, he's supposed to be there, and he's not.
So I think it's a little bit of that. Then you have the issues that came out in the media last year. So this is not help on top of that.
Yeah.
And then it is so. Generally, nobody should care about it, but because, and once again, it's New England. It's the football version of San Antonio. So if you got something going on, it's going to be a big deal because it's supposed to be.
Yeah, they got a lot going on in San Antonio.
Right. Yeah.
I'll get to that in a second.
That was a perfect example because they're being goofy in their own right down there, but we don't see this. So
Exactly.
when you get a chance to put there's something that's newsworthy in this place that's not really newsworthy, it's like, oh, we got to stay on this story.
Man, I'm with you, Byron. Who cares? Like, I mean, come on, 5 rings. Like, do you really care?
He's 41.
He just won an MVP. Like,
He has a supermodel wife. Maybe he wants to stay home. Just saying.
which I can't blame.
He
him.
got kids. Like, come on, like, whatever.
And his
cares?
trainer, they're doing well what they're doing. Big WC, as D said.
Nobody cares, man. Just
I mean, really.
at that age too. Like you could walk in.
He'll be fine.
True.
And Gronkowski missed too.
And Gronk somewhere partying probably.
I think we know what Gronk doing.
He up
Gronk somewhere
partying.
turning up.
Oh, he lit.
Look, either way, they all gonna be fine.
Well, probably the biggest story in sports in recent memory, an expansion team, the Vegas Golden Knights. We talked about some of the tragedy with the Vegas shootings last year, And this hockey team, they had 500-1 odds to reach the Stanley Cup Finals before the season started. So imagine the bets that you could cash out on that. Speaking of sports gambling, legal now. Whew, that's got to be some good money. But they are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. This is amazing. I've kind of adopted them as my hockey team. They have been amazing to watch. An expansion team, getting to the finals in any sport.
Yeah, it's amazing. First time in the NHL since 1967-68, St. Louis Blues went. Way back in the day, so it's cool. But they got some veterans. We know the goalie Fleury, 5th Stanley Cup appearance, won a lot with Pittsburgh, so he's used to it. It's gonna be interesting, man, because this team, this 19, just swim through the competitions. Swept the Kings in the first round, beat the Sharks in the second, and then conference finals.
1 in 5 games.
Yeah, beating the Winnipeg team, that was a shock. So, they're like some transition in the West. Seattle's getting an NHL team in a couple of years, so. Nice stuff. Changing up in the NHL.
Seattle needs a basketball team.
They do.
No, that's another story.
Supersonics.
That's another story. Sean, you been interested in what Vegas is doing? You like
what they're doing? I like it, and I'll talk more about this later on. But the connection between sports and being a healing for tragedy. If you look at it, with them having a team going to the finals and the way they've gotten there, being an expansion team coming out of nowhere, and the effect it's having on the Las Vegas community, it kind of ties hand in hand. So I'll get more into that one later. When you think about stuff like 9/11 and all of a sudden Patriots, best team out there. You think about the New Orleans stuff that happened with Hurricane Katrina. Next thing you know, the Saints, who've been trashed for the longest time, like good team. These are the things that help you heal your community. That how sports helps you heal. So I definitely love it.
I mean, Vegas. First of all, Vegas has a sports team. Like that's. I think that's the biggest.
Got two now. Remember the Raiders about to come up there.
They're not there yet. They're not there yet.
WNBA is in Vegas now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Right.
Moved from San
I'm just saying, like Vegas making noise in something other than money and boxing. I think that's just huge in its own right, and I can't wait for the Raiders to get there to turn up with this newly expansion team. Well, I guess we can't call them an expansion team anymore because. Usually that was usually a negative connotation.
But now you got to think people going to want to go to Vegas to play.
Yeah,
no question.
Well, I think they're going to want to play at the same time.
You're right.
I mean, why not? It's just more clout for Vegas. Cool.
There you go. And what a better way to heal. Cravante, you still holding your breath over there? Cause
what? I told y'all what it was about.
Somebody.
Listen, I told y'all what it was about my DC teams. Never hold your breath with none of them. Nationals, Redskins, Wizards, Caps, none of them. Because when they're expected to win, they don't. Somehow, some way, they let you down. They let me down time and time again, and I'm not letting it happen no more.
Just set stage.
I see. I read the book. I saw the movie twice. I'm not doing this again. Like I'm not getting my hopes up. That's why I was like, yeah, it sounds all good. That we up 2-0, going home. It sounds good. And then this happens.
We're going to get an update from D.
That's right. Good news. They up 1-0, third period.
Oh, okay.
Started third. 1-0 Capitals.
Sounds
they
good.
only play 3 periods of hockey, so that's good.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means that the series go to Game 7 and they break your heart pretty much.
You see, dude, you see it. You
That's
see
how it goes.
it. Georgetown, another one.
Yep.
And they got Patrick Ewing. They're going to be all right.
Come on, man.
They're going to be all right. They got Patrick Ewing.
I'm just saying. When they're expected to win,
Oh boy.
they don't.
Man, that's a good point.
They'll have good runs. It's like, oh wow, that team's doing really good. But when the expectations is up here, they don't make it.
Just to add salt to the wound, the
Oh,
Nationals are in like 3rd place right now, behind the Braves and the Mets
Phillies.
and the Phillies.
How about the NL
Listen,
East right
yeah.
now? They're
Listen,
shocking this
baseball is a
baseball.
long season.
It's
I'm not even worried about that.
true.
Baseball's a long
I just
season.
thought I'd throw salt in your wound. I know. Is this a bust if the Caps blow this? Just yes, or should we expect this?
I think it would be a bust mainly because they got past the Penguins. the Penguins have been a major hump for the Capitals, and getting past them is like, dang, shouldn't be nothing left in front of us, right? So it would be a letdown. But 2-0 going home, that was 3-2. Now you're fighting off elimination. It's a letdown.
And does this tarnish Ovechkin's legacy, or is it just one of those guys who can't get over the hump? Kind of like Peyton Manning was a while before he got over, or is it?
Yeah, he's gonna be
something like it.
He's lumped in that category, man. A great player that can't get over the hump. This is the farthest he's been anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean, right there shows you.
Yeah.
I love him, but
I mean, I do too, but you know,
Get it
it
done.
is what it is. I know it's a team sport and everything, but
And that's what I was going to say. Same thing. It's a team sport, but it looks bad on you when you the star. So
because we know at the end of the day, how do we judge? Did you win or did you lose?
Well, speaking of losing,
Oh, here we go.
don't throw up the Rock, because Rock Nation's one of their star candidates, or clients, as I should say, Robinson Cano, star second baseman, former Yankee Dre, now in Seattle. I forgot that he was in the MLB for a while. But suspended 80 games. Now we know why he was juicing. Because he like 35 now.
80 games, that's
I
sick.
think your first suspension, you get like 8.
Because it's not necessarily was in the system, but the masking agent he took to cover it up. And he is looking around.
So did he have it in the system, or was the cover up what got him?
D's doing the thing.
All right, I didn't know. I didn't-
No, don't you know?
I saw 80 games and I was like, yeah, he was juicing.
I think he's losing. I think off of that he's losing like $10 to $12 million just off that suspension.
Maybe. In the words of the great 50 Cent. Oh, he did that.
They said he did that. He did that.
Sean, when you saw this, were you shaking your head like you doing
I
that?
was definitely shaking my head. That's why I was stuck on it now, because he's one of those ones that you never thought would have.
Yeah, it seemed like
yeah. So it comes out and it's like, damn, he didn't deny anything. He was like, yeah, it's true, but he tried to flip it like, oh, it was in there for a different reason or something. It's like, look, just say it's true. Take your L and keep moving, man. Like you can't do nothing about it.
And the sucky part is Seattle's in contention this year.
Yep.
Man.
That does suck, man.
Rock Nation. First, Dez Bryant being goofy. Hold up the sign, because Dez Bryant, I don't want to mention your name ever again on this show because you're goofy. You turned down a contract, and now you might be playing in the CFL with Johnny Manziel.
Should have been ready.
And now Robinson
Upside
Cano.
down, goofy.
Now Robinson Cano.
Free. I just got one thing to Seattle. Free my man King Felix, man. King Felix has been trapped there. He needs to be free, and not with the Yankees, damn it. But he needs to be free.
You know what? Send him to the Yankees.
No!
At this point.
Yes. We could use everybody. Light it down to everybody.
Now, of all people, A-Rod, I think Mark Teixeira weighed in on it, but A-Rod, of all people, weighs in on the suspension.
Oh, really?
I don't understand, man.
Look, brother, you're doing well with
You got
Fox and
J-Lo,
ESPN.
you got J-Lo, shut up.
You're doing well with Fox and ESPN. You got J-Lo.
Be quiet.
Yeah, chill on that, man.
I hate when guys try to stay relevant, man. When they're not in the thing that made them relevant anymore.
He's a good commentator.
Go away.
And he's still getting paid from the Yankees.
Go away.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
crazy
and
thing.
he has specialist with
Yes,
the
he's still getting paid from
So
them.
you get a check from the Yankees, you get a check from ESPN.
Get a check
He's about
from
to
Fox,
get a check.
Go away.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Go away.
Fox.
It's stupid.
Like what?
Their playoff coverage was Emmy nominated.
And
Emmy won.
They won, yeah.
and you dating J Lo. How is it that you winning that much and you a cheater? and not just a regular cheater, he an habitual cheater. And they will look to you in the face and lie about it. I'm like, come on, man, you got caught red-handed.
He keeps cheating.
And they got. I don't understand how this man is winning so much.
Winning.
Well, last part of this segment. Last night, if y'all didn't see the Inside the NBA, did you see Sean had KD up there? They were interviewing him. And, you know, Chuck and Draymond got their little beef. And,
If you want to call it that.
yeah.
Right,
Chuck
right.
asked Durant, is Draymond Green annoying? KD says, go downstairs. He's down there. And
You
Chuck-
ask him. Yeah.
Any words on that? Or was it just
on
hearsay?
that, Charles Barkley is just he's pure entertainment. That's what he's there for.
Yes.
He's going to poke and prod and annoy you, but trying to take it to that next level and do it to your face is something he's not going to do. So he, you know, as far as he can go, he goes to KD and goes, well, what do you think about him? That's his teammate. You in the middle of trying to run to the finals again. Like, come on, man. That was just a dumb thing to try to do. You try to make this funny. KD just looking at you the whole time. Like, if it wasn't
Give me that
on,
look.
you definitely would have been some words coming out from
Yeah.
KD if there wasn't no national television. That was a dumb thing to do.
But I mean, you saw KD with that type of attitude when he was with the Thunder, and he had that attitude towards Westbrook, or when he came at Skip,
Yep.
all heavy. So it didn't surprise me that he was going to defend his teammate.
Right. That's what I said. It was just a dumb question.
Oh, yeah, like Sean said, why ask the question, Chuck? Man, come on.
Because Chuck is going to always just
bad out.
And like I said, poke and prod.
It was terrible. Look, it was terrible, Chuck. Terrible.
Horrible. Just horrible. That's what it was.
Nah, it was
Horrible.
funny actually. I laughed.
Oh yeah, it was goofy because he had a silent moment afterwards. It was like,
That's sure.
And he shook his hand.
so now what? So now what? Like why? He's just poking at. He's poking at nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yo, y'all are not. Nobody's going to roll up on Charles Barkley. Like that's the one.
And
thing
Charles
that's
Barkley not gonna roll up on nobody. So it's like, why are we
Simple as
doing
that.
this? This is kicks and giggles for Charles at least. It looks dumb now, because Charles Barkley is basically losing every every debate he's in now.
And you know what's gonna happen now? He's just gonna throw those rings on the table, Draymond. Clank, clank, clank. Because he's gonna have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
He working on the third one. So.
Yeah, you're right. And you know that's Charles Barkley, Achilles heel.
You know,
I got
Shaq beat him
rings
every time. You know,
I got
Shaq beat him
rings.
every time.
And I just hate that because I love Charles Barkley, but that's the one
We all
thing
do.
you can always get at him. It's like he don't have no rings.
Hey, he
It's
gets a
like,
pass.
I actually
He's in
don't
the
care.
Michael Jordan era. He gets a pass.
So wait a minute. So do some of these other players get passes because they're in the LeBron era?
No, because LeBron let them win titles. But we'll go to that later. We will go to that later.
According to
If
Scottie Pippen,
LeBron was winning all the titles, it'd be different.
according to Scottie, you know, LeBron has had a bigger obstacle than Jordan.
No. I heard that
According to
debate
who?
this morning.
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen.
Pippen.
Scottie Pippen also said he's not better than me until he got because I got 6 rings.
Yeah,
Talking about
but-
Will Chamberlain the Great. Come on now.
No, well,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
we all
No,
know.
Scotty funny.
Well,
Scotty a funny
Scottie
dude.
is funny.
Scottie is funny.
But we all
Scottie a
do.
funny dude.
Scotty's Spencer Alzheimer's.
Oh boy.
Well, he is right about. Wilt is one of the greatest though.
Oh,
And-
absolutely.
He said the greatest though.
One
Hey, Jay, one of the greatest on and off the court.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we know that.
Wilt is my idol.
We're not doing
Yes.
No. You be respectful to the great. You be respectful to the great. Wilt.
No. I will be respectful.
Goofy.
Drake, while I got you, what are the
Straight
people?
goofy.
What are the people saying? We love the
Straight
people. What are the people saying on the live?
Oh man.
Okay.
On the FB Live, baby.
All right, Miss Washington weighing in. She said hi.
Hello.
Whatever, Uncle Raj talking about Wilt is goofy. No, he isn't. Wilt is great.
All time great.
Miss Martin, she laughing. She's rolling.
I don't even know
at
what she's
us.
laughing at, but she's just rolling.
probably because we up here talking about Charles Barkley. She said she hates his voice though.
Terrible.
And Anthony, he says keep up the good work, guys.
Appreciate tuning in.
Appreciate all love, y'all.
You're no longer
love.
Tony the intern.
No. He will still be Tony the intern. What's up, man?
Be respectful to the Undertaker. Now, D.
Oh, that is true.
Can we get an update on the LeBron Invitational?
Well, Cleveland is only up 10. Boston's hanging in there in the mid-third quarter.
Wait a minute, why are you saying it like that?
They're
Why are you
hanging in
saying
there.
it's only
He's trying to give hope.
No.
No.
You
They
be
gonna still
respectful
lose. They
to
gonna still
the
lose
great
tonight.
LeBron James.
Look. Don't come on here
See,
with a go.
no.
Go
What
hat on,
happened
okay?
was, did you go to church?
You already look like
Because
Killmonger as it is.
What happened? I do look like Killmonger.
Y'all Killmonger after that.
Black Panther too.
Oh, wait a minute.
What you need to do?
He's dead. Ain't no 2 for you.
Just like
You died.
championship
Ain't no
host.
2.
Dead.
Ain't no 2 for him.
Dead.
He died.
Look,
He killed himself.
Bill
with
Martin
that.
died.
Killed himself.
look. Did you go to church yesterday?
I watched church. Yes.
Right.
You watched church?
Right.
No.
Hold on, before you
No.
say anything, we don't need another LeBron rant from you, okay?
You always need a LeBron rant.
No, you don't.
Because the problem is
It's by not saying that Trump had that.
The problem is which
Had
camera?
that
Which one of these
looking-
cameras?
that
I need
go
to-
hat on.
No. It's not with the gray one.
It's the green one.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, if you went to church yesterday
Oh Lord.
and the pastor told you
It's
to
actually
turn,
the red one,
This
but-
is the red one.
Black
You turn to the
Blasphemo.
you turn to the King James version of your Bible, and you see the greatness of LeBron James, because he's gonna win this in 7. And I'm telling you now, it don't matter who he takes on. LeBron James is getting another ring this year. Book
Are
it.
you insane?
I'll put anything.
Are you
on
insane?
I'll put anything on
Are
that.
you insane? I bet it.
Don't bet it. Don't bet any more monetary
I'll bet
value
it.
things. Now we're gonna go straight through, but we got a Twitter poll.
The Twitter.
Said in between the zone be weekly or bi-weekly. If you didn't see, actually, this man, Andre Melton,
Oh,
was
great.
doing a in between the zone where he talked about, of course, LeBron James. And if you want to see more, you can check it out on our
Eat your heart
Facebook
out.
page. And there'll be more coming every week.
Yes, LeBron, Brady, and we also asked the question: who should retire, D Wade or Melo?
Can we pick both?
Yeah, it really should be both.
Okay.
I
And
said
they
Melo.
can both old yellow both.
Both can go to
Oh,
go to
wait
the
a minute,
shed.
wait a minute. I got a witness. Chanel said LeBron is the truth. Preach, Dre.
I mean, he the
Nobody said he was false.
He can be the
So
truth.
said go. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute, yeah.
Oh Lord.
Miss Martin said the GOAT. You damn right.
Hey,
Well,
Everybody's
a Billy goat?
everybody's entitled to their goofy,
look.
goofy opinion.
Did you not see Undisputed when Shannon Sharp came up there?
Yeah, look like
Hey,
a
yo.
straight clown.
Hey,
too.
yo.
Yeah, see that.
He's funny. Shannon
was-
Sharp is a clown.
He look like a straight clown.
Look. I'm coming, man.
Now,
Turn him down.
You gonna be
I need to turn him up.
You gonna be a centaur, Dre?
now we got Sean here. Before we get to LeBron talking the NBA playoffs, Sean, you got a league that we just talked about in the open, the Brunson League. For all the people out there, look in the camera, talk to them, tell them what it is, how it started, and what can we look for this season. It looks like it's gonna be bigger and better than ever.
Right here.
Right
Right.
right.
You ready, brother?
All right, so the Brunson League. I see my chain doing all that.
Go ahead, get your Stephen A. on, man.
Definitely, the Brunson League is something I started back in 2014. The goal was to bring a Pro-Am league to Baltimore because you hear a lot about, DC Hoopers, you have the Goodman League. LA has a Drew League. New York has about 10 different leagues. So it's a lot of things everywhere, and people kind of forget about Baltimore as far as what we have done in the history of basketball, period. We produce a lot of great hoopers. So I just wanted to bring that back and have people talking about us on a national stage one day. I didn't think it would be coming this fast. It's definitely happening at a rapid pace.
Yes.
But to see it all happening so fast is definitely making me happy because it's helping me get the name out for some other people. You have your Will Bartons out there, of course, who people know from being in the league. And then you have other guys like a Stanton Kidd or Omar Strong, who guys may not know as far as NBA names. They're not in that league. But these NBA guys respect them. And they didn't respect them before they played against them. When they played against them in my league, it's like, oh, well, all right, I know about him now. They learn quick.
Right.
So it helps get the name out there for other players. It's unity. It brings the community together. It does a little bit of everything.
Now,
Beautiful.
if people want to come to some of these games, when does the season start? Where can they go? It's real accessible.
Yep, very accessible. So it starts Sunday, June 3rd, and we're going all the way until August 19th, every Sunday, and it is free. It's at Baltimore City Community College. I make sure I keep it free for the community so everybody can come through and check it out. Once again, going back to these NBA guys, if you want to sit courtside to see them play, you pay like a stack. Right now, for this, you get to see Will Barton play, and you'll be right there for free, so the kids can see him, family can see him, friends can see him, all of that stuff. You have guys who play pro ball overseas who you haven't seen in forever because you don't have access to them going to those games.
Yep.
So now when they're home in the summer, you get to see them again. And it reminds you just how good they are or how great they've become since the last time you saw them. So it's a little bit of everything. So like I said, Baltimore City Community College, every Sunday starting in June 3rd, 2 weeks from now, free for everybody.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
D, you going to be at the first?
I will be there.
Uh-oh.
I will be there.
Dio Damas in the building.
That's right.
Now we got you here to talk basketball. We want you to unleash. Now, we're going to get straight to it. What's your stance on LeBron? I guess it's LeBron Jordan thing we got going. Where do you stand? Who's your favorite or your top five? However you want to take it, Sean.
So where do I stand with it?
Yes, sir. How do you stand?
Y'all ready?
We ready.
I don't know. Man over there.
That's your boy?
That's my man over there. I love
This man is welcome anytime.
I bet you would like that.
Go and
For
expound.
me, LeBron is the GOAT in my personal opinion. Now, if you want to be real about it, obviously Jordan took the game to heights that we've never seen it go before. We know that. But as far as LeBron being the GOAT, in my opinion, it's not just all these finals runs that only times he's made it to the finals in a row. He's going against some stacked teams, which he started. It's his fault from him going to Miami. I'm gonna say that. You got to address that. It is his fault that this is happening right now.
Appreciate that.
But you got to look at somebody being 17, 18 years old, come out of high school, giving $100 million off top before you play your first game ever, come in the league with so many high expectations, and to, in my opinion, exceed all of them, and do it at your own pace, your own speed. No off-the-court issues.
Thank you.
Family man, good person to be around, does so much stuff for his community, does so much stuff like paying for schools, opening schools. He does it all on and off the court. So for me, that's why he's a GOAT in my opinion.
And also, just to piggyback off of you, not only when you look at LeBron James, we're talking about him from the basketball aspect. LeBron James is going to be one of I think, the first athlete where you're going to know him not only for his accolades on the court, but also definitely off the court. Because his legacy, he's building a legacy now off the court with the things that he's doing in film and in the media. So I think when it's all said and done, we're going to remember LeBron James in a dual aspect.
Most definitely. You're going to remember him as a player, and you're going to remember him as an entrepreneur as well. Then you have, if you want to focus on just basketball like some people do, you're still talking about somebody who's going to be top 10, maybe top 5, and who knows how many different categories by the time he's done.
Yeah.
And you can't ignore that.
No.
He's actually
Absolutely.
He's actually 6 points away from breaking the NBA all-time points postseason points from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I would say he just passed them in field goals made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kareem was in quite a few games.
What time are your games?
Oh, they going from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. every Sunday.
That's all day.
Yeah, man, I got 20 teams, so 10 games every Sunday.
Games.
Wow.
That's what's up.
All day.
I guess who's some people you like to see come out or real good for the crowd to see? You talked about Will Barton.
But as far as the ones that are going to be there for sure, who I would just like to see pick.
I mean, what can you tell us? Let's get some exclusives.
All right,
We're
so
going to poke it out of you.
we're going to say Will Barton, of course, number one. So he started, last year was his first year, and we talked like a lot, we stay in contact, and already said he's going to be there.
He had a great year, by the way. People don't know. He probably should be in a consideration for 6th man of the year.
He
He
did.
played in Denver. You don't really get to see him, but he had a hell of a year.
Great year.
Definitely did. Like, his best season he's had in the NBA.
Played very well.
And as far as him, he's already said he's going to be back to defend his title. He told me the other day, look, his team name is PTF. So he's like, look, I don't care who coming out, put PTF on the trophy, get the T-shirt ready. We win this every year. So
That's right.
I like the confidence that he has from that, and from him doing like different interviews. And some of the people that, in his opinion, like sometimes these games are more important than the NBA game because it's put on a show in front of your own people and putting that stamp on. Like, look, you can't just say I'm the best in my city. Like, nah, I'm out here proving it. Anybody else want to challenge me? Come on.
Right.
But he out there doing it. So you have him. You have Jamel Artis, who will be on the team as well, who played at Dunbar as far as high school. College, he played at Pittsburgh, was one of like, the top scorers in the nation. He lights it up. Definitely does that. So he's currently with the Orlando Magic, coming off of his rookie year. So he'll have.
Boy, could they use him. Put him in, coach. Put him in.
So he'll have his team. It's called Be More to Pitt. So it's a lot of guys like from the Baltimore area that ended up playing college ball at Pitt. So they're going to be one of Will's top challengers. Malcolm Delaney from the Atlanta Hawks.
He's playing overseas, right?
No, he's with the Hawks.
He's back. Okay, all right.
Shout out my man Delaney.
Yeah, so he's just coming off his second year with the Hawks, as a matter of fact. But he'll have his team, and which they're another team that will be stacked as well.
That's what's up.
Then you
I tell his
have
uncle. I know his uncle.
my favorite one as far as recent news. It was unexpected.
Uh-oh.
If he stays true to his word, I don't know him personally, so I can't guarantee
Put the camera on his man.
So I can't guarantee it. All
Camera on
right?
his man.
He was right here from the flex.
The man has already said that Rudy Gay will be out there. He plan on balling. Not like I'm gonna make a guest appearance and play
Speaking
one
of
game.
a legend, right.
He ready to ball. Like him and Will Barton were going back and forth on the Instagram page because Rudy put like a smiling face emoji, and Will caught like wind of it. And it's like, oh, all right, bet. So you come out here this summer to get fried by me or you get cooked, right? And Rudy responded like, nah, I'm gonna be the one on the grill. I'm doing the cooking. So I'm like, all right, I like it.
I love it. I love it.
So, what is the social media for you guys?
So like I said earlier, the Instagram and the Twitter, both of those are at Brunson League. That's all it is.
Okay.
Make sure put that in the comments so everybody can follow him.
People are asking, man.
People chiming in.
Shout out
They
my
want to
man
come
Kendall
see.
Hilton, by the way.
No,
Yeah,
my
man,
right
shout
hand
out
man for sure. Look, come back from Cali right now.
Shout out Kendall, by the way, always
Facts,
tuning
facts.
in.
Yeah.
So last night, I'm sure you saw that 40 piece that the Warriors put up on the Rockets.
Yeah.
40.
It's safe to say that it's just
Ooh, boy.
we hitting another Golden State Cleveland matchup. You think so?
Safe to say for Golden State, yes. For Cleveland, I'm not 100% convinced yet. Still got to see that side. But Golden State, that was already a done deal. Like even when they won, when the Houston won game 2, their parents, oh, see, they coming for him. They coming for him. You supposed to win at home. All right, you did what you're supposed to do. I believe New Orleans got them. You know, they beat them by like 20, something like that. People say, oh, New Orleans might get it done. No. It is Golden State. There's nothing that you can do about it. Just sit back, enjoy the show. They go into the finals.
And they woke up Steph Curry, by the way.
Yeah, oh my God.
And then you know what happened.
And
And then what happened?
Oh my God.
Then you know what happened. The whistle blew, and it was over for Houston.
It was over.
Listen, guys, with these guys that love jumping the gun so much, when it comes to a series, you can't get tied up in a prisoner moment of one game.
Right.
A blowout, no matter how bad the blowout was, it was only one game, unless it's 40 points. But anyway, it's only one game. But what the Warriors did to the Rockets this previous game was demoralizing. It hurt, and you woke up the one person you didn't want to wake up. This team was not really playing that well in the first half, and they were beating them by 11.
Mm-hmm.
So when they got on, when Steph hit 18 in the third quarter,
Right.
Yeah.
take off, put them up 14, put them up 17, put up 22, and then before you know it, it's 40. I turned the game off. I turned the game off. They was up by like 24.
He was out there shimmying like Dre, one of them cappers.
And once you see him doing the shift, it's like cut the lights out. Everybody cut the lights out. We'll see our next game. We'll try again next time because, like I said, it was 20. They was up by like 24. I turned the game off. I look at the final score. They won by 40. And I feel like they tried to one up Cleveland for beating the Celtics by 30. I think that was low key.
They may have. I mean, and what you were saying, The Rockets have 2 superstars. The Warriors have 4. Already you had a disadvantage right there. And then when you were talking about it being a series, people get so prisoner of the moment off of one game. It's not March Madness. There's a reason that this is a series.
Right.
Games.
Absolutely.
So, and then, like you said, the Warriors are just hands down above everybody right now.
Head and shoulders.
When you look at just not even just the West, but the whole NBA, they just are a complete team. They share the basketball, and you can tell that they're genuinely a team that likes each other. And then, like you said, if one person goes off, and then you get another person that's hot too. I mean, it's so scary that you have that many shooters, not only in the starting lineup, but think about the bench too.
Yeah.
So if the bench is cooking,
they got some guys that throw some punches on the bench too.
I know Iguodala might not play Game 4, but he can start on most teams.
Yeah, he could.
Sean Livingston that destroyed James Harden with that mean.
It was nasty. That's what I was like, all right, yo.
I almost be feeling like the Black Panther line saying like, "This is your MVP."
Sure enough. But another thing to think about is in Game 2, everybody talked about how Houston made their adjustments with the whole cutting to the basket and stuff off ball, and how they picked on Steph Curry. That was cool. That was nice.
Sounds good.
But Golden State can do what you do and do it a lot better. And sure enough, Game 3, they did the cut to the basket, and they picked on who's one of the worst defenders in the league, your MVP, James Harden. They took turns just torching him. Yep. KD said, my turn. Steph said, my turn. Livingston said, hold up the bench.
Livingston, I'm going to get one, too.
What made it worse than that play, nobody even tried to defend him after that. He's like, oh.
No, I was like, no, you got him.
You got him.
Dunk it. Yeah, dunk that. Right.
Dude's looking like, oh, yeah, dunk ball.
Oh, Chanel's laughing when you said shimmying like Dre.
They should have put you next to him with the little side by side.
Hey, what frustrates you about Houston, though, is, man, they don't want to change how they play. The isolation ball, the 20-second dribbling is not going to work.
And they got your boy's coach, Dan Phoney.
Yeah, Dan Phoney at that.
Tell him why you don't like Dan Phoney. He ruined the Lakers.
Dan Phoney.
That's why I'm going to
Lakers fans.
You killed Kobe Bryant's career. You finished off Steve Nash. And Dwight Howard in the same sense. You don't deserve to win a championship like that.
He's not going to win a championship for the simple fact he doesn't play defense.
And guess what? Steve Nash is with the Golden State Warriors right now. They with him.
So the Rockets. The issue with the Rockets is that they won so many games playing the way they played.
That they're not going to.
But they're better than 90% of the league.
They are.
Unfortunately, the Warriors are not a part of that 90%. You know what I'm saying? So they need production from PJ. They need production from Ariza. And if they don't get it, because they got it in Game 2. That's why they won. If they don't get it on a consistent basis,
they're getting blown out.
They're going to get blown out. And this was the worst of the blowouts. You know what I'm saying?
Then have you noticed, like, every game in these playoffs have been blowouts? Like, it don't matter if it's East or
I could almost call the blowouts. Like, Game 3s are usually like that team comes home for the first time, get some home cooking. That's what happened with the Cavs. That's what happened with the Warriors.
But it's Game 1. It don't matter if it's Game 1, 2, or 3. Like, all of them have just been blown out.
Yeah, this has been trash, man.
And these are supposed to be the conference finals.
It's trash. It's trash. Like, I'm disappointed. I think I'm also disappointed at how the Sixers lost. I think that's probably was like the most disappointing thing of the playoffs. How the Sixers lost.
Yeah, like no heart at all. I was like, look, y'all got it. We done.
Yeah, it was like, yo, it was like, and then that was youth and experience. That's what I test that too.
That's why
coaching as well. But it's Brad Stevens. It was against Brad Stevens, so it's like,
But it's similar in this series with Boston, Cleveland, and the East. I mean, Boston has struggled throughout the whole season, not just the playoffs, throughout the whole year on the road. A young team.
Yes.
That's why we said Game 5 be the key. If Cleveland can go into Boston and win Game 5, then we know then the Cavaliers will win. But if Boston wins Game 5, I don't see Cleveland winning Game 7.
Yeah,
what? Man, you have youth versus experience.
Experience? Wait, who else really has experience outside on Cleveland? Outside of
LeBron and Kevin Love.
Wait a minute. Remember, it's basically...
That don't count.
If he's on,
that don't count.
He was on last game.
That don't count because JR, you get JR toss it up. We don't know what we're going to get from him. Nobody. That is not experience. He's been that type of guy.
JR is just JR.
But like we
JR
said,
is just JR.
but the Cavante's one of the athletic guys, Nance and Clarkson, Hill, and what them other guys going to do? And that's the thing. Some of them guys haven't been in.
They're going to get washed.
If Cleveland plays together,
you're reaching.
No.
You're asking for a lot.
No, but if they play
Together?
but if they play together,
This team got together on Valentine's Day.
basically,
Right.
But if they play together as a cohesive unit, they can beat Boston.
Listen.
No doubt.
Oh, we're talking about Boston. Oh, I forgot.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Dre said they're going to beat the Warriors.
Sure, they can beat
They ain't doing
Boston.
that.
Well, I'll tell you what they need. They need Joel Osteen. They need your boy Jamal Bryant.
The Jamal.
They might need Will Barton. They might need everybody.
TD Jakes.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
need
still not going to be
everybody.
enough.
Benny
It's still not going to be enough.
Benny Hill, all of them.
Oh, there you go, Benny Hill. That's right.
Hill.
No, Benny Hen.
Benny
Hill.
Hill.
Look, get Brother Love too. Get them all.
Wait a minute. Angela just chimed in.
Hey,
Angela joined us.
So
Kendall said this playoff has been boring. He said,
Trash. Right. You're absolutely right. It's
Hey,
trash.
Kendall, is Paul George in LA yet? Because these Lakers fans, they can't hold themselves.
Yo, I heard he been in LA. Like, he
Okay.
chilling. He
Oh, he
chilling
probably,
in
he
LA.
probably already has a house.
He probably already signed a contract. You know, Magic smiled at him. And you know,
Yeah, that's right. Magic hook you up with that smile, boy. You all right.
But to back to Dre's point about them playing together. It all sounds well and good until you play the Warriors.
Yep.
Ooh, boy.
And them threes start raining, y'all get real
boy.
individualized real quick. We seen side eyes in Boston.
Yeah.
We seen them side eye each other in Boston. Like, I'm like, what y'all gonna do when y'all play Golden State? Well, first of all, get past Boston, but look what's happening after that.
Yeah, y'all need
Let
to
them
get
threes
together.
start coming down. It's gonna get real individualized up in here.
Y'all need to get together.
It looks
We're
like
going
the
to get this other one.
game just ended.
No, it's in the start of the fourth.
Oh, okay, what's the
It's
score?
still a 10-point lead. Cleveland's up 89-79, so they hanging, but
Yeah, it's looking
they
grim.
don't get the ball. But the Capitals, they're up 2-0. 2:39 left, so
Have game
I
look like we got Game
Sounds
7
good.
in Tampa Bay.
But
Sounds
can they
good.
win Game 7 is the real question.
That's why I'm
No,
like,
no.
all right, sounds good.
Look,
Sounds good.
And the sad part is it don't matter. It seems like it don't matter if it's Tampa or Washington. Vegas will probably win the whole Stanley Cup anyway.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying
They're
about that.
doing, and they look like that team of destiny right now.
Exactly.
but the one good thing about the NHL, home ice don't matter. It's that hot goalie. That goalie gets hot.
Facts.
I mean, hold up. Kendall did say, all right, he said the playoffs been born. He also said he's ready for June 3rd, so that's a shout out for my league again.
Hey.
I'm right at the third, too.
And he called out Melo. He read about that. He said Melo need to show face because he ain't been there yet.
We need Melo. Come on
Did
now.
Melo play in the playoffs or?
Oh, wait a minute.
No, come on,
He
man.
was
I don't know.
present. Like, in the classroom, you said present and you put your hand on your sleeve. That's what
Right.
Melo was doing.
Well, the attendance I was there, I don't know what we learned. I wasn't really there.
I think he still got it though. I'm gonna say that. It's not his ISO ball. He got a spot up on the wing. He don't like that. He want the
he
ball
don't
in his
like that.
hands.
He don't like
can
that
dominate.
at all.
But this ain't for him.
I agree.
Unfortunate.
And the sad part about Melo, man, that dude, man, I think he's going to opt in for, was it 28
28 mil.
I wasn't you.
OKC can't do nothing.
you out there?
They stuck.
OKC goof.
Well, this is last year, I think, for it, though.
I would opt in too. Opt in today, tomorrow, next
Absolutely.
week.
Why wouldn't he? OKC, you're goofy. You're completely goofy for getting yourself wrapped up in Carmelo Anthony. Completely dumb. You're dumb. Like, why would you do this?
Even I held out. Look, I had hope for Melo. You knew I said, I was like, look, Melo going to do it. Nah.
Melo gonna do what?
He gonna get that paycheck. That's what he gonna
Be
get.
an older version of Russell Westbrook? That's what you're gonna do.
He won't even come off the bench.
Nah, man.
Look like his mental odyssey
Now, wait,
now, man.
with your basketball expertise, do you think Melo needs to come off the bench?
I think it would be better if he did because he could actually play his game. If you bring him off the bench, you could bring him in and he could do his ISO ball, get his touches, and he'd be comfortable in his zone. In the starting lineup with Westbrook and all that, nah, it don't work. And it's been proven it doesn't work. Bring him off the bench, get his buckets, and he can still get his 20 a game. I think he averaged like, what, 17, 18 this year.
Yeah, he averaged
So
more.
he still get his buckets, and he'll be able to play his way. So I'll take him off the bench. But his pride won't let him do it. Every time they say bench, you like, what? You know my name? You know,
And I don't even know.
You sit on the bench.
And I don't even know who was worse with it. Was it AI or was it Melo? Like that whole if you just come off the
Man,
bench.
AI wasn't even trying to practice, man. AI got it. AI take the
AI.
cake. He wasn't even trying to practice.
And it's it's like who like sometimes you just have to take that role, that diminished role. Like you said, when he did that, I always go back. I know Cavante hates when I bring up the Olympics, but that to me that was a perfect. That was just a.
That's different.
That's what we thought we were going to see.
It may be different, but it was a perfect
That's
scenario
what his legacy
though,
is.
because
winning 3 goals.
That's where it fit. When you come off the bench and you see what he can do, and I thought that maybe that could translate
and third,
to the
you're
NBA,
right.
but
on a team of all-stars, you don't got no choice. Come on.
Let me add this. Chanel says, okay, y'all won't slander Melo on this Motivational Monday.
Well,
Going to slander them, Chanel.
I'm going to slander Melo.
Melo needs some damn motivation. How about that?
You ain't lying.
Nah, he don't need no motivation to get that 28 mil he about to get. I tell you that much.
He need to take that 28 mil and see if he can get back with Lala. If anything, get that right.
I'm with her. Like, it ain't no slander for me. I'm just stating facts. Melo, that man, in my mind, he can still ball. Like y'all saying, who should retire first, him or Dwayne Wade? It should be Wade, in my opinion. Melo can still get it done, but he has to play a certain role that he doesn't seem to want to play.
Wait a minute, I gotta ask you that. Why do you say D Wade over Melo?
The man is broken down.
He's been bad since 08, man.
And he'll give you those like flashes every now and then. Like, he'll drop his 20 and 25, and he back to dropping 5 points and 6 points. Like I need him to stop. I don't want to see this no more. I was a fan of D Wade, of Flash. Excuse me.
Yep.
This is not the Flash. This is not D Wade. This is Dwayne Wade. I don't want to see this anymore.
You didn't like what he did in Miami since coming back?
That was cool. Now end it.
Miami ended.
He's like an instant camera. You know, one of them old school.
This is Dwayne Wade, the father. Now that's what we're looking at.
Father Brown, right?
This is the father. This is the husband and father. Right now, this is Dwayne Wade.
Dre, you still want to see the Banana Boat crew play together, huh?
Dang, man. His knee's not gonna make it. His knee's not gonna make it, man.
If he can come off the bench, I think they can.
Oh, he would love it.
He's coming off the bench now.
LeBron, Wade, Chris Paul, and
His
Melo
knee's not gonna make it. His knee's not gonna make it.
Do it in Houston. Everybody just go to Houston.
And have Dan Foney coach them? Man.
Remember the last time Dan had older players?
Oh my
he
God.
ran them in
They wouldn't even make it to the Western Conference Finals.
And then the Warriors are just crazy.
Because then you have LeBron there to at least coach the defense. So,
is that what he gonna do?
It's nice.
Listen, man.
Nice.
LeBron too tired. He using all his energy on offense. He ain't trying to do
And the words of
nobody
Stephen A.
defense.
Smith, you wish. You wish.
I'm reaching. That's what he doing.
He is
Reaching.
reaching.
Well,
hey, look. Miss Martin says, leave that man's knees alone.
You know what needs that? He needs it back for 10 years.
AARP. That's what we leaving him at. AARP.
he got Gabby.
I got my AARP card.
Whoa.
Enjoy them, Melo.
Wait a minute. Uncle Rod.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not a part of this. Hey, I didn't okay any of this, okay? I didn't okay any of this.
Sean, I gotta ask you about the local team, Wizards. We got a Wizards fan here.
Oh, the cheese ones.
Are you a Wizards fan? Are you Wizards? What do you think they need to do? They are underachievers yet again. Lose to Toronto. They need to shake it up.
Go through.
They're underachievers, yes. Do they need to shake it up? Yes. Can they shake it up? No. That money is stuck. If you look at what they have on the books,
I was saying that.
You
I was
had
saying that. That's what I was saying.
He took his glasses off.
That's what I was saying.
it's hard. You want to see them like actually bounce back and make some moves, and then you look like, oh my God, so he's on the books. He's on the books. I think Mahimi's on the books for like 4 years for like 50 or 60 mil. Like, what you gonna do, man? Like,
Look, the only thing they can do, they better go talk to Dope 45.
Oh, no.
Chanel says Wizards need to throw the whole team away.
I ain't mad at her for saying that. I'm not even mad at her for saying that.
You haven't seen anything this bad since the Knicks. Like, with all these bad, like you said, everything just bad off the books. And then how do you move those bad contracts out?
Like, who's gonna be foolish enough to take that?
Who okayed signing Otto Porter?
The knew you was gonna say
Who okayed that?
Oh,
Nobody ran that by me. Nobody ran that by me.
When you look at what Kelly Oubre is able to do, I would have let Otto Porter go.
I let him bounce, yeah. Definitely.
For all that money.
Said that.
Like,
I'm like, who? Okay, and you know, and what school did he go to? He's a letdown. He's a letdown. Like, he would show spurts and small flashes. Like, yo, I see the potential, but he ain't worth that money. He ain't worth that money at all. Matter of fact, I didn't even want to pay Bradley Beal that particular year Because he only played like 30 games.
Hey, I was the same boat as that because you got to show me that you can actually be healthy.
Stay on
so that happened to work out. I'll give him that.
It worked out. It worked out.
This? No.
Goofy. Like, we got our money. We're between a rock and a hard place when it comes to money and when it comes to books. Like, I've been wanting Boogie to come to DC since ever. I want him and John Wall to link back up one more time. I think we'll be real contenders. But folks got to move.
Well,
We got to move some money around.
well,
And how is Grunfeld still the GM?
Ernie dumbfounded.
Kendall said.
How is he still the GM? Somebody help. How is Grunfeld still the GM?
I'll let you read that.
Bill isn't consistent enough to be a true number 2.
And then Miss Martin.
All they have is Wall. Ooh.
Hey, Bill don't get no love.
Wait,
No one's really developing. Absolutely.
So, we were asking off mic, who needs to blow up their team? The Wizards, Trailblazers, or
Raptors.
Or Raptors.
All of them.
All the above.
If you had to pick
Because they're all in the same boat. They all have 2 relatively small superstars, all-stars, however you want to put that. And it's everybody else. A bunch of role players around them. They need either another superstar or blow it up. Especially the Raptors. Like, the Raptors have been doing the same thing for the past 3 years. I don't know how many more times you got to see it. You got your man who was a Coach of the Year candidate. Fired.
What you think
How
about
you
that?
get fired and use employee of the month?
Right. I like to have
How you get fired and use employee of the month?
Unfortunately.
Come on, bro.
I don't understand.
For
that, man.
me, if I gotta pick one to blow up, it would have to be the Raptors for me. Because
I agree.
The Wizards, okay, they've been underachieving. They can still potentially, it's not gonna happen with that roster, but they still have room to go up. The Blazers are finally moving up. They haven't been like, oh, we're gonna be in the playoffs year after year. They're just getting to that point. The Raptors have been the 3 seed, the 2 seed, the 1 seed. This has been their best year. Everybody was coming to the playoffs saying this is going to be their year. The window was open. LeBron's down to the 4 seed. All this stuff. Oh, but the Celtics with all their injuries, they won't be there. Like, I kept saying the whole time, honestly, they're not getting past LeBron because he has that number. It's about when they see him on the court, they go, oh, Lord, pray, we need help. We can't do it. Now, to get swept at that, that's why your employee of the month got fired. You don't get swept when you're the top seed. It don't matter who's in front of you. Number 1 seed and you get swept in the second round,
You can't
pack
get
it back.
Dang, he was employed. I've never seen nothing like that.
No.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. I ain't seen nothing like that since
Well,
Mark Jackson, probably.
Wait a minute, Carranza, I need you to read this one from Chanel.
What was that? So none of those teams need a superstar. Look at Boston right now. Well, that's where you go to coaching. That's where you go to development of talent.
Shout out Brad Stevens.
Either it's not many teams that have both. Usually don't have a top-notch coaching staff and top-notch talent. It's usually one. You have one
or the other,
and then the other has to get developed in some way.
But
shape, or
Jaylen
form.
Brown and Jason Tatum are stars, so they're very good.
Appreciate that,
And
Chanel.
Boston's only going to get better when
She-
they bring back
Actually,
Gordon
I lied.
Hayward and Kyrie.
Oh, I wish Kyrie was playing.
But Chanel, to your point, how many other teams are like Boston?
it ain't many.
But like you said, bottom line of it, coaching.
One quick thing I mentioned earlier, I gotta get to before we get to rapid fire. You talked about how the situation with the Patriots is like the Spurs. This whole Kawhi goofiness, tomfoolery, obscene. What the hell is going on? What do you think is going on? What is the solution here?
I honestly don't. It's hard. Like, what is it to think? You've never seen it before. It is mind blowing. Go with the goofiness.
He's saying it, folks.
Like, I can't. I've never seen this before from that organization. I mean, never. We can go back to the days before David Robinson. We've never seen this with the Spurs. To see people get caught out the way they have in the media, which they never do that. When you had the stuff, was it Manu or Tony? Was it Manu and Tony?
I think it was both.
Yeah, I think it was both of them. Was made, without saying his name, it was like, yeah, a difference between being injured and being hurt. There's some people out here that's just hurt. It's not like they injured. It's like, yo, we know who you're talking about. Like, what is going on here?
Right.
I've never seen it. It's weird.
They say they cleared him, and there's people saying he's staying in New York. He wasn't even sitting on the bench none of the
that
time.
stuff. To have Pop say, go talk to his people.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here?
The shots,
Yeah.
just the subtle shots. I'm like, the Spurs are looking like reality TV right now.
And then you see
My
Kawhi
gosh.
at different events, dapping people up.
Yeah,
Like,
at
he's
the
not,
Dodgers game.
Kawhi was in New York.
like that was.
Do you
He's in
think
New
he
York.
gets traded on draft night? Maybe, or
Dang.
traded sometime this offseason?
I think during the offseason.
If I'm the GM, I would try to do it all season, yeah. Or
Where you think he should go?
Yeah, I don't know what about that. That's too deep for right now.
Yeah.
Because you got
it's crazy when you think about the other options.
He's up for a contract.
Exactly.
You got to make a move.
And that's what I said. When you look at what's coming down the line, how things are looking right now, I'm not going to let you go and get nothing in return. I'm going to trade you.
Got you.
But where would he go though? Because there's rumors about L.A. There's rumors.
Not about concern. Not about concern.
Let's get him out of there.
Get the best deal.
Boston might try to get him.
But okay, so who has the salary cap to pay him? Is probably
Boston. Probably Boston.
We got
Lakers.
Boston, we got 76ers, and we got LA.
Nuggets have a little bit of money if they make a trade. They had Nuggets.
And Nuggets not far.
Exactly. That'd be. It's just to see him in a different uniform would be weird. But it's gotta happen.
We gotta think about the place where he's going. I don't see him succeeding in a big market. I don't see him going to. I don't see him going to like New York or LA or a place like that and like turning it out. Now he can go to a Denver.
Yeah.
I think he can go to a Denver and play really well, but maybe even Philly. I think Philly may be too big for him.
So if he goes to LA and he teams with Paul George, that could work.
I don't know.
Nah.
I don't think his personality is not like that. The glitz and glamour, LA, Showtime. That's not Kawhi. And I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough because I feel like when you look at the teams and you look at the coaching, we talked about coaching earlier and things of that nature. And I think Kendall actually spoke on it, ironically. Pop ain't letting him go nowhere.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing. I think Pop will be the same thing he did with LA, but with Marcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
As far as like all season, like, look, come talk to me. Come
Fix
on.
the relationship.
We're trying to fix this.
Yeah.
He's going to try that. So if he can do that, if Pop can work that magic, then great. But from a GM perspective, like, look, Pop, this ain't your team. Dude got issues. He don't want to be on the bench. He ain't no support. He's nothing.
Right.
I'm training him.
With that being said, we're going to get the rapid fire. 2 minutes on the clock. We're going to run through some topics real quick, Sean. I'm going to go to you first.
Right.
Is LeBron staying in Cleveland? You think he's staying?
Dang, that's a good starter, right?
They won't win. So when they don't win, is he leaving?
The pick is 8, so it's not top 5.
That's not enough.
Nah, I'm gonna say no
enough.
because it's another team that's kind of stuck with their money. You see what you got. You see the pick is number 8. You see what you have. What's coming down the line? Not enough. I say LeBron leaves because of what people say about rings. You want to hurt somebody's legacy because they don't have rings. He want to leave and try to find somewhere to get more rings. So
You
I
have
say
a place in mind?
Everybody want to say Philly and Houston. That's what it's pretty much. All they keep hearing is those 2 places. Yeah, I can't think of nothing else. Philly got them young boys up and coming. They can ball out. So I would like to see him in Philly if he's going to leave.
My thing is, I think he's gonna stunt Ben Simmons' growth because that's basically they play the same way. But I'm hearing out of his camp that he wants to play off the ball. I believe it when I see it.
Big time.
D, how you feel about LeBron? You want to see him stay in Cleveland?
I think it would be great if he stayed in Cleveland, but
Just see Wills again.
when the going
See
gets
him
tough,
once again.
LeBron gets going.
Oh boy.
So we already know how that goes.
No facts.
Get that man some help.
When the
That's a fact.
going gets tough, LeBron gets going.
Get that man some help. He's giving himself the help. He put this team together. It's his fault.
GM James.
That's his fault. Everything that's happening to LeBron, it's his fault.
Dre, what is going to
So I
happen?
don't feel
That's
bad.
his fault.
In the off season, we gonna get rid of all the trash. That's
Oh,
what we
boy.
gonna do.
But you did that at Valentine's Day.
Look.
Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, you did that Valentine's
Powder.
Day. How many times you would take the trash out in a
Isaiah
year?
Thomas.
You got, hey, look, when the garbage stinks, that thing needs to go out.
Dre, who is trash on this thing?
Everybody except LeBron James.
You need to stop.
Kevin Love especially. Trade him.
Oh boy.
I mean, he's the only one that has a real asset along with him
Right.
that you can really get something
need to
for.
stop.
But Kevin Love in a pick, I don't know. That's 8.
It ain't gonna happen.
Well, Sean, before we get you out of there, real quick, tell everybody how they can keep up with you. Tell them about the league, when and where, and anything else you want to put in there.
Don't even worry about keeping up with me. Like I said, it's all about the Brunson League. So once again, Instagram and Twitter is at Brunson League. Game starting Sunday, June 3rd. We in there from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Other thing I would say is, another reason why I did that, I meant to come back and tie the stuff in. So going back to Vegas with the Vegas Knights and the hockey team, and how with them being good now after the tragedy of that Las Vegas mass shooting, if you go back to how I mentioned, 9/11, the Patriots, all of that, for me, everybody knows Baltimore is a murder capital, unfortunately.
Yep.
It is a place where we feel like nobody is listening to us, number one. Nobody cares, number two. So it's hard. You don't have any outlets. You don't really see too much of an opportunity of people coming together. And even when you do, it's not covered by the media. So another reason I started this was to help bring people together using the power of sports, which we have seen on so many different levels. I've seen it personally, like studying the Drew League, how they did that, and like when the riots in Watts happened, that became a safe haven. It's more than just basketball. For us, we had the Baltimore riots. I had more people coming into my doors for the league as well. So I just want people to understand we really are for the community. That's why everything is free, and we're hoping that people actually, some people have, but more people realize that it's a lot deeper than sports.
How can they follow you one more time? Social media?
At Brunson League. Whenever you want, at Brunson League.
Give it up for Sean.
Give it up.
Appreciate that.
CEO, GM, coach, all that. You gonna get out there? Yeah, he's like LeBron.
Wait a minute. He's not going to coach. He's everything else.
Oh, boy. And be on the lookout this week for another In Between the Zone. I think we're going to have some Patriarch on there.
Definitely going to be on there.
Some goofiness, to say the least.
Especially if he's involved.
Each week we'll be bringing out the In Between the Zone to get to all the topics we didn't get to in the show. Also, that YouTube, shout out to Uncle Raj, Flex Zone Podcast, like, subscribe, follow us, all that good stuff. And shout out to another great show. We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Shout out to Uncle Raj for that awesome intro. And we got the outro too coming up. Don't forget to like the Facebook page. Shout out to everybody tuning in, watching. Follow us Twitter, Instagram at the Flex Zone 1. Questions, ideas, you want to be a guest to the people at the Man Cave. Send that email over to the flexzone1@gmail.com. Executive producer is Andre Melton. Senior producer, Cavante Hurd. Host and moderator is yours truly, D, Fries, and of course Sean. Appreciate you one more time, brother, for the Brunson League. Doing a positive thing out there and talking sports. Gotta have you back when you get some time.
I would love to.
And thank you.
Say that social media one more time. The people are asking.
At Brunson League, at BRUNSONLEAGUE.
We're going to put that in the Facebook. And thank you all for listening. We're off next week, but we'll have an In Between the Zone. Have a happy Memorial Day. And until next time, we gone.
Peace.
Make sure y'all
$1 billion.
support the Brunson League.